So I frequently get asked, what do I use for my trees and my shrubs and plants and boxwoods that I have in that. And today I'm going to show you exactly what I use to fertilize those. So hold on just a second. So after watching Chris's video over at SoCal Lawn and Order, and I'll leave a link to that video up here, I decided to start using the Greene County Fertilizer's 402 FloraGreene. And I'm telling you, this stuff is amazing. It's got to be one of the well-hidden secrets inside of the Greene County line of products. I think it's probably one of the most underrated products, and very versatile. So 402 FloraGreene contains obviously 4% nitrogen. Half of that is urea nitrogen. The other half of that's ammoniacal nitrogen, which is a slow release. 2% soluble potash, as well as some sulfur in it. It also has 8% humic acid and 2% cold water sea kelp. Okay, so there's a number of ways you can use this stuff. Today I'm going to show you how I use it on some dahlias that I planted. After watching Connor Ward's videos over the last couple of years, it's been really encouraging to try and grow some dahlias for myself, and they're coming along pretty good. We'll get to that. And then some boxwoods that I've had some struggles with over the last 5 or 6 years. So I'm going to show you how much I apply, how I apply it, and then try and do a little before and after, even though I don't really have a before, but we'll show you the improvement. It's pretty visible. So for the dahlias, I like to put 1 ounce of FloraGreene in 1 gallon of water, and then I have a 2-gallon container, so 2 ounces in there. And then I spread it amongst these 6 or 7 dahlias that are here, and just let that soak in, and I do that once a week. And so the first thing I like to do is put about it's a 2-gallon container, so put about 1 gallon of water in it. Make sure you shake it up. And then I just use this little 4-ounce measuring cup I got from GCI Turf. This thing's pretty cool. I'll leave a link to this, and then Pete has a bigger, I think it's a 64 or 128 ounce sorting jug. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Pete. I bought these from him a month or so ago, and it's been awesome. Alright, so there's 2 ounces. Spilt a little. Not a big deal. We'll put this in here and then top the rest off with water. Okay, so real quick, if you do spill a little bit of this, FloraGreene does have a little bit of iron in it. So what you want to do is just water it off as quick as possible. Problem solved. Just got to dilute it. It'll be fine. Let's get these dahlias watered. Alright, so here's my boxwoods. I planted these probably 5 or 6 years ago, and they've never done well because this is the north side of this fence along the backyard. They don't get a whole lot of sun, so they've just never done really well. But let me show you something. Find one that's got a pretty good example. This one here on the end is pretty good. See this lighter color? This is all the new growth. If I reach down in here, you can see the darker color is the old growth. Now, I've never had so much new growth out of these. You can even see where some of these are opening up and expanding. Another example. You can see all the lighter color is the new growth, and then you dig down in here, and the darker stuff is years past. Like I said, I've never had this much growth, but what I started doing when I saw Chris's video back in April, I started coming out here once every 2 weeks, and I will do the same mixture of FloraGreene, 1 ounce per gallon, and I use 1 gallon on 4 plants. There's 8 of them back here, or 2 gallons on 4 plants, sorry. And I'll either go all the way around the drip line and pour it, or what I've been doing recently more is right on the foliage. Now with FloraGreene, you want to be careful putting it directly on the foliage. You don't want to put it on like any blooms. Like when those dahlias start to bloom, don't want to be putting them on the flowers because it could stain it. But for just normal foliage like this, greenery, you certainly can. I got a couple over here that struggle, and I really like this one. I really thought this one wasn't going to survive this year, and you can still see it has some winter damage, but see down in there from last year's stuff. But you get out here and look at all this new growth. This is insane. So it's time to apply some more here, so let's get it done. So that's pretty much it. I just do the boxwoods every 2 weeks, the dahlias every week in between waterings, and it's been pretty fantastic. Now, here's the versatility of FloraGreene. You can use it on trees, whether they're sick and diseased or even healthy trees. You can use it on palms, flowers, ornamentals. You can even use it in your vegetable garden. It's also great for like a summertime fertilizer in the lawn. It's such a low dose of nitrogen, and it has some of that potassium in there. It's great for heat stress, and it can be applied to turf grass as well. If you're looking for information on all that, I'll leave a link to the Greene County Fertilizer PDF down below, where it gives you all the details on application rates and how to apply things. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I'll gladly help you out. And if you found any value in this video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. It's free to do so. About 90% of you watching aren't even subscribed. Anyway, if you've stuck around this long, we'll give you a quick update on the renovation here. It's about 2 weeks or so post-germination. Let's take a quick look at this. So like I said, about 2 weeks post-germination. This is the GCI Turf perennial ryegrass that Pete was selling last year. I got it last year, and knowing I was going to do this project, didn't plant it till about 3 weeks ago. It's coming in strong. There's a few thin spots, and there's some spots back up in here I need to fix, but I had a little bit of washout the day it germinated, but it's filling in. I had a couple days where it was above 90 degrees, kind of put this stuff in a sprout and pout type mode, but it's cooling off. As you can see, it's kind of cloudy, and I'm sure it'll get going next week. Do step 2 in the seeding overseeding package, but this stuff is I'm very impressed. Anxious to mow it, but it's not quite there yet. It's only a little over an inch tall, so we'll get to it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.